Welcome to the McGregor Fence video guide on installing round deer fence posts with caps and drive sleeves. If you have a different type of post, such as an angle iron post, a round post without a drive sleeve, a wooden post, or are interested in using trees as posts, please see our other videos detailing how to install these.
Before installing the post, you should gather up all the necessary materials you will need. These materials include the post itself, its decorative cap, a brace band with its nut and bolt, a small adjustable wrench, a drive cap, a drive sleeve, a heavy mallet or sledgehammer, a carpenter's level, and optionally a digging bar to assist with driving in the sleeve, and a standard hammer and 2 nails to keep the post from rattling in the wind.
Please note that you will probably want to put some of your posts into cement footings. This video does not cover cement footings. If you would like to learn more about them, please see our other video titled Installing Cement Footings.
If you are using a digging bar, which we highly recommend with sleeves, then take a piece of tape and place it 2 feet from the bottom of the bar. This will tell you when your hole is deep enough for your sleeve. Use the pry bar by stabbing it into the ground and then making a few tight circles as if you are stirring a giant pot of soup. Once you have made a few circles, push the bar down to the next level and make a few more circles. Repeat this process until the tape marked on your pry bar reaches the ground. If you hit a rock that the bar cannot push to the side, simply make a new hole close to the original. This is much more favorable than driving the post halfway in, only to discover this rock impeding your progress. Here is what to do if you have opted not to use a digging bar, and thus do not have a hole to put your sleeve in. Place the heavy metal drive cap on top of the sleeve. Stand your sleeve straight up and try to position it completely straight. When you believe you have it straight, give it a few light taps so that it stands up on its own. Now fetch your carpenter's level and check to see if your sleeve is straight. Make any necessary adjustments before continuing to drive your sleeve in. Continue hammering with your mallet until your sleeve is halfway driven in. The halfway point is marked on the sleeve with an indented dimple. When this dimple touches the soil, it's time to grab the carpenter's level for another check. This time, slip the post into the sleeve and check the level upon the post. We do this because the sleeve is now too submerged to obtain a reading. Stomp some soil into the loose crannies created by your adjustment. This prevents the sleeve from sliding back to where it was. Now finish driving your sleeve into the ground. See here that it can take quite a bit of effort if you have not made a hole with a digging bar. Be sure to leave an inch or 2 of the sleeve sticking out of the ground. Do this so that debris does not build up inside of it. You are now ready to place your post into your sleeve. Note that the previous clip showed driving in a sleeve without a pre-made hole. Here you can see that it is much easier to insert a sleeve into an existing hole. It is easier to keep the sleeve straight up and will require less fiddling with your carpenter's level. We highly recommend pre-making holes if you have a lot of posts to install, if you are not a very large or strong person, or if you do not have a full-size 2-handed sledgehammer. Now fetch your post and place it standing in your sleeve. An optional measure is to insert 2 nails between the post and sleeve using your conventional hammer. This keeps the post from rattling in the wind and is an opportunity for you to make a final adjustment to how the post stands. Next, take a brace band and remove its bolt. Slip it over the top of the post and pull it down snugly. Every post you put up should have one brace band. They are used for stringing top wire, hanging fencing materials, and are part of the earth anchor bracing system. Next, place a cap on the top of your post. These caps are mainly decorative, but will also prevent water and debris from building up inside your post. Sometimes, the cap will not snap on easily by hand. In this case, use a hammer and a piece of wood to gently knock the cap into place. The decorative caps no longer come included with the posts, and have been replaced by these plastic insert caps. The decorative caps are still available for purchase on the website a la carte. Once the cap is fit on snugly, adjust the brace band so its flanges are pointing in the proper direction. For line posts, they should be pointing straight out towards the deer, and on corner posts should be angled out at 135 degrees. Now fetch the nut and bolt which came with your brace band and loosely attach them so that they will not fall off. Slide the brace band up so that it sits just underneath your decorative cap. Tighten the nut as much as you can with your bare hands. When you can tighten it no further by hand, fetch your adjustable wrench and tighten it the rest of the way. It must be tight to prevent the band from slipping down. The band must be able to support the weight of the fence, as well as potential snow loads and fallen branches. Congratulations! You have now successfully put your post into the ground. Now we need to give the posts extra support at corners, gates, and ends. You can now move on to the next step of installation, which is installing your earth anchors.